What's up, everybody? Emceemur here, and welcome back to the show. And most importantly, welcome back to the Vintage Computing Corner. It's been a hot, stinky minute since we've been over here doing something, and there is something that we very much need to do, something you very much need to see. I really want to share this with you. One of my favorite games of all time, and the original RPG maker, for those of you that are into that sort of thing, Omnitrend's PALADIN. That's right. And you know, there are multiple versions of this out there. We are going to be looking at the Atari ST version because, well, you know that if you watch the show, I'm an Atari ST nut. That's what I have this on. That's what I played this on back in the day. But most importantly, there are save files. There are quests made on this back in the 80s by me that we can still take a look at. There's so much that this game can do, but there's so much that we can do on this game. Again, I just can't wait to check it out with you. Get in here. That title screen, though. The blood on that sword. I think that one little blood droplet right there sold me. I mean, you just knew you were going to have a good time, right? 1988, baby. Oh my god, it's a triumph. It's just beautiful. So you've got different character classes, right? We got paladins, we got thieves, we've got mages, and of course they're going to have different things that they can do. They're going to have different stats up here. They're going to do different damage when they attack with their melee weapon. All things that you have to consider. You've got these portals, which is where they spawn in, and then there's a portal where they can spawn out if that's part of the requirements. We got to get everybody out first. This fella right here is just a NPC. You can make them say things in like a message bar, so it's like a real RPG. You talk to them, yada yada. It looks like we've got some trolls here, and they definitely mean business. Let's figure out how we're going to handle this. You've got a set amount of movement points here, and you really have to strategize what you do each round and not put yourself in a predicament. We don't want to get anyone boxed in here, so we've got to get this guy into the fray, unfortunately for him. Terrain also changes how many movement points you're spending, so you've got to be really careful with that. Let's try an attack, and I want you to listen to this now. How great is that? .com. I will just wait for you to absorb how wonderful that was. So our paladin has already taken out the first troll. There's a chance we can go for a twofer here. Maybe. Let's go for it. Right in the bahonkus. And he missed. Now they have percentages to hit. My accuracy is 20%. So as this character's starting out in his career here, it's really not good odds that he's going to hit anything. Not even the broadside of a barn. There's a timer counter here just in case that's a factor for the quest. It isn't always. Merlin the Mage has joined us. Pretty good accuracy on Merlin. It looks like we can cast a Mind Stun spell. I'm not sure who they're going to let us cast it on. Not sure about the range, but hopefully we can pick. Oh, the spell attempt failed. Here comes our other mage. Right now we want to drop this guy. We got an accuracy of 75%, so we're going to try attacking with our dagger. And it was a success. It's important to read the story so far. Of course there's a backstory. You'll put this in if you're the one making the quest. But this tells us what's going on. Your boyhood friend has been captured by marauding trolls. So we gotta go get him out of there. So looking at our objectives, we know we need to rescue the prisoner, and we need to get to the spawn out square and get everybody out of the area to satisfy the conditions. We've got some enemy fighters in here. There's also some potions up for grab. So according to the storyline, some of our men start out gravely wounded. And we're trying to get to this building over here, which is actually a magician's shop, to find supplies and beef up our troops for what's ahead. So just an example of some fun conditions you can put in to a quest to kind of give it some flavor. We're under attack. Oh, we got him. Come on, come on. Okay, we're good. And he's blocking the doorway. So that's all the licks they're going to get in on him, but we got to catch up. So the orb of fire acts as a grenade, and that's exactly what we need here. We're going to use an orb of fire and throw it right into the doorway, and we're going to clear us a little path. It becomes a crosshair. The orb of fire is pretty much going to do a blast radius of all the squares around the target. So let's hope we're going to get this guy in here too. Oh, it got him. Now it makes the terrain rough here too, so it's going to cost a lot of movement points to move through this. We've still got a fighter here hanging on by a thread, and we're going to want to take him out with some fancy sword play. We're going to pick up a bolt. We really don't want to waste these. And we're going to fire it at this fighter and see if we can put one right between his eyes. Rip up. Oh, and we got him, and he's on the floor. That's what we're here to do. So you get the basic idea. You see what kind of game this is. We got a tactics RPG with quests you can create, pre-made quests available to enjoy, characters that level. It's a beautiful thing. A robust catalog of items. You know, this is fun. I absolutely love it. The sound is mind-blowing. So now we've seen a little bit of what's going on. Let's pop in the quest disc, and I want to show you how the quest building works. So here we are, my clean slate. This is your palette right here. Stone walls, walls and fence. We'll go ahead and start with exterior first. All the different things you can use for the exterior. I think we're going to go with just some standard dirt. And you can just fill it in like so. Now there are tools so that you can just do the entire level in that. So you start with it as a base and then just build on top of that. Now we're not going to build the whole level here. I just wanted to show you how it works, but we'll just build this part of this screen here and take a look at some of the stuff we can make. Maybe we have a little rock over here. Maybe there's a little bit of debris around the base of that rock. Maybe look at the interior. We can look at some wooden walls. Maybe we have a little base over here that they set up. Who knows? Maybe we have a grated floor so all the blood can drip through. You got the stairs because you can do multiple levels, and once you do the stairs, then you just add another level on top and start building the level. So you can really build some in-depth dungeons here. We're going to have a wood door on the front, and it's not a very nice one because this is just a random settlement out in the middle of nowhere. We're going to add in a chair. Let's put in an opponent. We're going to say that we've got, oh, maybe we had an undead outbreak here. We've got some zombies going on. And you have to clear it out. Let's give them some incentive for doing so. We got some orbs of fire in there. We got a vitality potion. A healing potion. And then maybe there is a scroll too. Because maybe that scroll says something very important on it. Here you can create a paladin or the members of the party to be used in this quest. You can write the story so they know what's going on with this. Alright. Now maybe this zombie in the back, you know, who knows. Maybe he's beast, alright, so I mean, he's good. So we're going to make him a little bit tougher than normal. And of course, this scroll has to say something, right? You can write a message in here so that they know what it, you know, it may tell them where to go. It may be a clue. So that gives you a quick look at the quest building section of the game, and as you can see, the possibilities are endless. You could work on this for years. You could continually make creations for the rest of your life. I mean, can you imagine back then having this and having a friend that had it and exchanging quest files between one another, playing each other's adventures? I mean, this was the original RPG maker right here. Maybe there were other ones, I don't know. I never saw them, but yeah. Wow, this is really amazing stuff. I mean, definitely ahead of its time in my opinion. So cool to look at. So yeah, I made a lot of quests back then, and now we're going to try to look at one of them. I've got to get a quest file off a 30-year-old disc, 30-something years old, and get it on to the program disc where we can play it. And we're going to get a look at something that I made when I was 9 or 10 years old. I mean, I can't even imagine what's going to be on here. So we've copied some quest files from this old quest disc. Yes, that's a copied quest disc, because you had to, you know, back up your copies back then, with some neat little artwork pieces on there that I did when I guess I was 9 or 10 years old, and somebody's phone number from before we had to use 10-digit dialing. That's fantastic. Now we're ready to check out some quests. Wow. Okay, so this quest file here and this Paladin file are over 30 years old. I was able to copy it from the old disc and it works, and we're going to play it. And I have no idea what's going to happen in this adventure, and not going to lie, I am amped to frickin' play this. This might be my game of the year. Let's do it. Let's see, we're coming up on a bridge here. And there may be trouble over every bridge you see. You know how role-playing games are. We have a swordsman named Zodar. We get to meet all the characters. I named all these. I mean, this is fantastic. Now, he's loaded with items. Did I make a super team here? You know, when you're a kid, you do things like that. He's probably got all kind of things. Okay, well, no, he's the crossbow guy, right? He's got some bolts. He's got his bag of holding. That's pretty standard. He's got 1 potion of healing. That's not unfair. So Zodar's going to be a factor. Let's move him up. Demonics. How cool is this? And how big of a nerd was I? No wonder I didn't have any friends. Slack the Ranger. Before we get any further, I cannot wait to read this story. Oh my goodness. Everybody look out. Now, I'm freaking. This is amazing. Look at this. Zodar and Demonics, the twin warriors from planet Dezoris, which that's a nod to Phantasy Star, have come to the planet Mota. So this is supposed to be Mota, to get revenge on the evil Lord Lassic, who should be dead, but I guess here he's not. He has slain many people. Zodar has 2 soldiers, Quasar and Bjorg. What? He has 1 ranger, Slack, and 1 mage, Zapzon. Demonics has brought a crew of 2 Tusk soldiers, and 1 mage, Quirk, and a Moonlight soldier. They all set out to find the capital of Mota, Paseo. The team is led by Thak, Paladin of Yera. And Captain Retro, if you're watching, I know you remember Thak from the 6th grade, so you can speak to this document's authenticity. We're sending our ranger down here to kind of try to get an idea of what else is going on. We may not be able to cross this river any other way than that bridge. Tusk soldiers, what was that? Was that a nod to Flying Warriors? I think it was. Quasar. These names are dorkalicious. Look at this though. Drink Orca Cola. If only that was a real thing. That should have been launched right alongside Crystal Pepsi. We got a dungeon here, folks. An over 30-year-old dungeon. We have to explore. You know, I was going to bring this ranger back, but if I know me, there could be a hidden item or an Easter egg somewhere where we're going to keep searching. This ranger's going to go out on his own mission. Zapzon the Mage is going to open this door. Get ready for that sweet door sound. I love it. We'll get this Tusk Soldier to question this guy. Looks like we got a gallows in here. Well, sure, this guy's got something to say, right? Yep. The governor isn't in right now, sir. That's got to be a nod to something. God, I can't explain to you the nostalgia floods that I'm getting. It's like this Total Recall. This is insane. Alright, so here's a house with an open door. I mean, with somebody in there that came out. Because the doors don't start open, generally. Lassick killed my son. He rode south. Well, as sure as the world, our ranger has walked up on something. It looks like we have somewhat of a haunted swamp down here, and he is all by his lonesome. Now, 10-year-old me made him a beast with 96% accuracy. So can he handle this? Probably. Let's see what we have. Do we have an orb of... We do. We're totally throwing an orb of fire at a spirit. And I'm pretty sure that flies here. We can throw it here, and the blast radius will get him. Let's question some more townspeople here. We got some fires burning. Oh, we got spirits coming in. Slack's going to be in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll still give us plenty of movement points. Oh my goodness, and we've got pentacles out here. And here's the exit. So Slack could bolt right now, or he can go down swinging and try to clear this area out for his buddies for when they get here. Got him. We are monks. Go with our blessings. Well, they don't look like monks, but okay. So this guy's got to say something too, right? Let's check him out. Nope. Alright, into the dungeon we go. Paseo Roadway. Are you kidding me? Oh dear, there's going to be some trouble in here. My boy Slack is scrapping it out here with this spirit, and he's going to finish him off right now. With a mighty sword swing. Got him. Attaboy Slack. Slack's MVP, and he ain't even rolling with everybody. We have a troll greeting us at the door. He's landing shots on Gilius. Not good. See ya. And Gilius has no orbs of fire. Are you kidding me? Be a perfect place to throw a grenade. Let's see if Zapzon can cast a spell. Alright, he cast it, and he cast it on Gilius, so that's probably not a good thing. Friendly fire is so on in this game. Our paladin is dead. And he throws a grenade at our mage. Oh, we got 2 more deaths. This guy ain't playing. Unreal. Our paladin has been killed, and as I understand it, that just can't happen. We have lost the quest. Paladin, man. How great is this? And, you know, there was a Paladin 2. Never had that, but I believe it did come out for this computer, so I got to track that down next and get some of that in my life. But how great was this? And it's great to know that I have so many more quest files from yesteryear that I can take a look back at and just really let the memories flow. So cool. And there's so many more that we could make. Knowing what we know about this game, getting reacquainted with it, I would love to see some modern takes on what I would do with this in the form of, RPG creation. It's just so neat. This was so ahead of its time, and it looked so great for back then. I mean, yeah, the action was definitely on the Atari ST. They had some of the best looking versions of the games out there, that they had available. So cool. I absolutely love it. But I want to know what you thought about it. Do you like this game? You ever heard of this game? You ever played this game? Now that you know about this game, would you find a way to play this game? You already have a way to play this game. Let's get a conversation going with all of you that watched right here on the show. Leave me something in the comment section, because you know that I love getting a conversation going with you right here on the Emceemur Show, something that we do a lot of. I'm so excited to finally triumphantly return to this vintage computing series. There's so much more to take a look at on this computer and others that we have. So much old software from back then, but great games that still hold up today. Games that, in my opinion, aged well because the genres aged well. Role-playing at its finest. Vintage retro gaming at its finest. I absolutely love this stuff, and I live for this stuff. It's just absolutely killer. I hope that you liked this video. Hope you're gonna drop a like on this video. Do you know anybody else that would like the video? Share this video with a friend, on social media, wherever you hang out. And most importantly, if you have not already done so, I hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show and be a part of our nation, because we're rising up all the fantastic things that we do right here on the show. You need to be a part of it. Make sure that you smack that notification bell so you're always the first to know when new content goes live. New content like this. There's so much more coming your way in this series, and of course, with all kinds of things that we do right here on the show. I've got new software on the way for this computer, and tons of old software I want to look at with you too. This was such a big part of my gaming comeuppance. I mean, and there's such great gaming on this computer. It was way ahead of its time, and it was doing things better than any of the other computers in its class. I mean, it was just kicking total graphical butt, gameplay butt, kicking just general butt. Absolutely love the Atari ST. Special place in my heart, and I love to be able to come here and share it with you. Emceemur, signing off for this fantabulous episode of Vintage Computing, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.